All right, guys. Welcome to my 2026 World Cup predictions. Um, this is going to be a little bit of a shorter stream. I kind of just wanted to get this one out there because I've seen a couple. Also, reason for me not streaming the last, what was it, week, I want to say. I've been pretty sick. You guys can probably hear it in my voice right now. I'm still recovering from it. Uh, Today I felt pretty good. Yesterday I thought about streaming for a little bit, but I still was a little, I was a little stuffier yesterday. Pause, right? But yeah, so hope that's why I haven't streamed in a little bit. So I apologize for that. Now, today's stream, I kind of wanted to put my predictions out there as to who I think, well, not just who I think is going to win the World Cup, but how I think the World Cup's going to play out. Now, if you guys want to make your bets right now, hey, I'm not saying you should, but I'm not saying you should either. Type shit, type shit. But yeah. So, like I said, it's gonna be a little bit of a shorter stream. It shouldn't take me too long. I kind of did like a little quote unquote simulation before I started the stream, just so I could see how it would play out. Um, Now I didn't go through the whole thing. I just did like one or two groups to see like how this whole site works. This is the one that I like the most, just because it's a little more. It goes into it a little more than most of the other sites. Um, Like for example, you can look at the teams, you can see like individual players within each team. It doesn't have every single player, but it does have like I would say from what I've seen so far, the most important players are in each team. You can see the venues, explains the format for you, all the groups, all that. But yeah, so without further to without further ado, we're gonna get it right into it. Now we are gonna start with Group A, just because it's the first group that you can choose from. Very first match, Mexico versus South Africa. Now, I think Mexico win this 2-0, just because they're gonna want to. Well, first off, so right, I'm Mexican, right? I'm a Mexico fan. I will always support them, although it hurts a lot of the times. Um, with that being said, I think they need to get off on a good they need to start off right, right? Like if they draw this match, I don't think that's gonna jeopardize them not finishing first in the group, but I think that's gonna hurt momentum like going coming out of the group. So I think they need to start off strong, they need to start off hot. So personally, I think they're gonna win against South Africa 2-0. South Korea versus the Czech Republic. I think here they finish in a draw. Maybe South Korea win it. The only reason I say that is because South Korea will have like what Human Sung, Lee Kang-in, Hwang Hee-chan. Uh, but as far as defense goes, they're not really that strong. Kind of same thing with Czechia. You know, like Sucic. They have who's that midfielder from West Ham? Wow. Okay, so this is perfect. This is what exactly why I wanted to use this. Uh, Czech. Where is he? Oh, Patrick Schick. That's what I was thinking about. Sorry, I mixed them two up. Um, so I think that like both teams are equally as strong going forward and in the midfield. I might change this actually. I think South Korea might win 2-1. Just because I think Lee Kang-in coming off of the Champions League win with PSG, he might he might carry a little more momentum than um anybody on the Czech Republic team. Especially since Sukic just got Susic? How do you pronounce his name again? Susic? I think it's Susic. Especially because he just got relegated with West Ham. Uh, I don't know. He's not having a great year. Um, Here is where it gets interesting. I think both teams aren't as strong as they have been previously. I'm gonna say they finish 0-0 and it stays at a draw here. Oh, what the heck? Oh, that was weird. Yeah, I'll say that they finish at a draw. I don't think both of them score. I think it's gonna be a 0-0 draw. Mexico versus South Korea. This is gonna be a tough game. I think Mexico wins. I'm gonna go crazy here. I think Mexico wins 3-1. The only reason I say that is because overall Mexico is a better team than South Korea. So I think we're just gonna overwhelm them with that. And coming off of the bench, we do have better players. Um, so I think we win that 3-1. I think Korea win against South Africa 1-0. And then I think in this last game, Mexico versus the Czech Republic, I'll say we finish in a draw because realistically, I don't think we come out of the group stage winning all three games. Like that would be insane, right? I definitely think we either draw or lose one of the games. Now, whether it be that Czech Republic game or that South Korea game is kind of like in the air. I think it's going to be one of those games. But I think overall, this is how the group's going to finish. So Mexico on top, South Korea in second, the Czech Republic in third, and then fourth is going to be South Africa. All right, let's collapse that. Now, Group B. We got Switzerland, Qatar, Canada, and Bosnia. This one is, I think, a little bit of a toss-up as far as a group goes. Um, Canada versus Bosnia. Obviously, Canada has a pretty good individual players. You think of like Buchanan. Although is Buchanan going to this World Cup? Let me check. Buchanan going to this World Cup. While I'm looking, Alfonso Davies. Yeah, so you can see him there. Yeah, Buchanan is going. And then obviously Jonathan David being at Juventus. Now Jonathan David hasn't had a great season. Um, Although on Bosnia side, who do they have up top? I forget. Jack was just like an OG player. Um, Dimirovic at Stuttgart, he has been pretty good this year. Um, Outside of like La Liga and like Premier League, I'm not gonna really know like full stats on the teams. Um, this this game could be it's gonna be one of two things. It's gonna end in a draw or Bosnia are gonna win. Um, I think the quality on Bosnia is just overall a little bit better, but I think Canada has better individual players. So personally, I'm gonna chalk it up as a 1-1 draw. Now, Switzerland versus Qatar, I mean, this could be bad for Qatar. Um, I think Switzerland might put belt to ass on this Qatar team. Let's see who they have on their team. Yeah, this might be rough. Oh my God, I forgot Ndoye was. Dude, I completely forgot Ndoye was Swiss. Oh yeah, this might be bad. Um, Embolo, Ruben Vargas for Sevilla. He was actually he's coming off of a injury, so that might be interesting to see if they play him. But they got the likes of Sal, Jashari, Zakaria, Fruler. I mean, yeah, this Xhaka had an amazing season with Sunderland. Like, yeah, this is gonna be bad. This is gonna be bad for Qatar. I think this is gonna be like a 3-0. Switzerland versus Bosnia. I think Switzerland are gonna win again. I don't think it's gonna be too crazy of a score. I think it's gonna be a 2-1 win. But I definitely do think Switzerland are the favorites of this group. Canada versus Qatar. Canada need a win here. And I think they do get it. I think they get a 1-0 win against Qatar. Bosnia and Qatar. Bosnia versus Qatar. I just don't think I don't think Qatar is a strong team. Um, let's look at their team. Uh, I mean, nobody really stands out. I mean, they did surprise me. I can't remember who. They played a couple like friendly games where I was kind of impressed, but I don't think they're going to perform that well this World Cup. So I think Bosnia are going to win. Yeah, I think Bosnia are going to win 1-0. And then Switzerland versus Canada. I think okay, so this game is who decides finishes first and second. Oh man. All right. So Switzerland are better than Canada on paper. They're so much better than Canada on paper. Oh my God. Man, I I think Canada might scrape a draw here though. I think they'll just being a host nation. I think is gonna help them keep keep an unbeaten record. Now whether that happens, whether that does or doesn't happen, like I said, it's kind of up in the air. I think the biggest game here, personally for me, is gonna be this one here, the Switzerland versus Bosnia game. Just because if Bosnia do pull a win here, then here, so let's switch this up. Let's go, let's just say it was 3-2. It completely, completely switches up the group, right? So for me, this is the biggest game here. I still do think personally Switzerland are gonna win. Um, but this could be the deciding factor on these top three teams. Or well, at least their positions. I don't think Qatar is gonna break those. All right. Now, Group C. Group C, let's be real, guys. It's Brazil, Morocco, Scotland, Haiti. We know who's finishing first. We know who's finishing last. It's kind of a toss up between who finishes second and third. So, Scotland versus Haiti. Scotland are going to win. Scott McTominay's been on fire. Um, I don't see a world where they lose to Haiti. So, I think it's going to be a 2-0 win. Brazil Morocco, closer of a game. Still think Brazil takes it. They just have that world class factor up top. Morocco still are a really good team. Don't get me wrong, but I think this is going to be like a 3-1 win. Scotland Morocco. Now this is a big game, right? This is a game that's going to decide who finishes second and third. My gut is telling me Morocco. Just historically, right? They made it to the AFCON final, which was just crazy controversy around it, but right, they made it to the AFCON final. Scotland, for qualifiers, they did have to play harder teams. Not to say that like the AFCON has weak teams, but I just think the overall quality isn't there as to European teams, which is what Scotland usually has to play. Um, I I just don't think Scotland have outside of McTominay. McTominay is their win condition, right? Morocco have more people they can rely on to score a goal. Scotland, they only have McTominay. I'm pretty sure they only have McTominay. He was up top. Yeah, Che Adams. He didn't have a great. Stewart. No, McTominay's like, yeah, I think he's the only guy here. I know Billy Gilmore was did pretty good at Napoli too. Yeah, McTominay might. I mean, if McTominay doesn't perform at this World Cup, Scotland genuinely could not make it to the round of 32. And then let's take a look at. No, I'm not doing that. Let's take a look at Morocco. Oh my God, I forgot this guy was Moroccan. He's Moroccan? I could have, dude, I could have sworn. I could have sworn that he was not Moroccan, Algerian. I swear I thought he was Algerian. That's crazy. Yeah, I think Morocco's gonna win this. Like, I don't think it's gonna be a comfortable win. It'll be like a 2-1 win though. Brazil, Haiti, this could be bad, right? This could be. I mean, we could be talking like five. They could put five past Haiti. Um, and I think they do. I think they will put past. I think there is going to be one game this World Cup where one of these teams is going to get absolutely demolished. They've just added so many teams to the point of like one of these nations is going to get absolutely gutted. Like it's gonna be bad. And I think this is a contender for one of those games. Morocco, Haiti. Now I'll be good to Haiti. I'll say they get a 0-0 draw here. Um, just to give them something on the board, but I mean realistically Haiti could be going home with 0 points. Which hey, look, like you still made it to the World Cup, right? Like that is still an achievement of in of its own. But yeah, it's gonna be a tough game, a tough World Cup for Haiti to get a point. Um, Scotland, Brazil. I think Brazil's gonna win 1-0. Oh, whoops, did not mean to do that. Bring that back up. So this is how I think the table's going. I think Brazil's gonna be the first team so far that gets 3 out of 3 wins. Um, Morocco and Scotland could be a toss up to a lot of people. I still think Morocco finishes second. They still have a little more, like I said, uh, X factor. They have more players that can finish, that can attack, that can be creative. Scotland really realistically only have McTominay, and then going back, they really have just like Gilmore. Um, but yeah, so that's how I think group was at C, D, C. All right, now Group D, another host nation, USA. I think I think the USA lineup is interesting this year. I don't understand why he didn't take Luna with him. Um, no, that's not, like Pochettino, obviously he's a great manager. So he clearly has an idea of what he wants his USA team to do. I just think it's interesting, right? Um, so I think they only get a scrape a 1-0 draw against Paraguay. Australia, Turkey, Tim Payne, I love you, man. I think Turkey's gonna win. This is gonna be another 1-0. United States, Australia. Um, I mean, I think it could be a draw, really. Um, I think USA, I mean, being on home soil, does have a factor in it. I'll say for right now, they win 2-0. Um, Pulisic, I mean, hasn't been having a crazy season. McKennie, kind of same thing. Um, Balogun, I don't even know if they're taking. I think they are taking them actually. No, don't. Yeah, they are. They are. But yeah, that game I think is gonna end in 2-0. Turkey, Paraguay. Paraguay isn't getting a point here, man. I mean, they just can't. I don't think. Who do they even have on their team? Where are they? Right there. Sanabria I mean, and Ciso, right, is right quality player. Um, Diego Gomez, yeah, yeah, yeah. I mean, Alderete, crazy year with Sunderland. Um, Kind of same thing that I was talking about with like who was it? Who was it up here that I was talking about? Oh, Canada. Like they have good individual players, but overall as a team, they are to the quality. So yeah, I think Turkey's gonna get a 1-0 win here. Because if we go over this Turkey team, I think they're just overall they are better. What the heck? Well, no, let me I have to reload this. Oh, it's not even letting. Oh, so some of them they okay, okay. Yeah, I mean, just overall, Turkey are just a better team. Um, Paraguay, Australia. I mean, this could be interesting also, actually. Let's take a look at Australia's team. Boyle. I mean, nothing that really stands out. O'Neill, kind of. McGree from Middlesbrough. Yeah, here I think is the only time where Paraguay might get a point, and I think it'll be a 1-1 draw. Now this is the deciding factor for who finishes first, right? USA versus Turkey. Personally, I think USA is gonna win. Um, what's the next group? Okay, there we go. I think USA is gonna win. I don't I'm not too sure. I do have them on top right now, just on goal difference. So I think just to be safe, I'm gonna put it up as a draw as well. And whoops, didn't mean to do that. I'm gonna leave it up as a draw. Just because that USA and Turkey could be a 50-50. Either Turkey finishes first or USA finish first. Um, Here just on goal difference, like I said, I have USA finishing on top. Turkey finishing second, Paraguay and Australia tying for last place, or tying for third, I guess. All right, Group E, we have Germany, Ecuador, Ivory Coast, and Curacao. This Germany Curacao game, I mean, we have seen Germany be upset by smaller nations before. That's not going to happen this game. It's going to be a 2-0 win. It might be, you know what? I'm gonna toss it up. I'm gonna toss up a 3-0. Ivory Coast versus Ecuador. It's gonna be a lot closer than what I initially thought. Now, going into it, you kind of think, oh, Ivory Coast are gonna win this. Um, but looking at the teams, I think Ecuador are going to win this. Um, and Valencia, I mean, hasn't been like really big recently. Plata has been going crazy for Flamengo. You got Angulo for Sunderland. Let's see, Caicedo, Estupiñán, Hincapié, Pacho. I mean, that back line for Ecuador is fucking crazy. So yeah, just defensively, I think they're gonna win. Going forward, they don't have the best players, so I think it's just going to be a comfortable 1-0 win for Ecuador. Same thing here. I think it's going to be a little bit bigger of a win. I think it's going to be a 2-0 win for Ecuador there. Germany, Ivory Coast. Ivory Coast, I'm sorry. I just think Germany is going to beat you here. I'm gonna say it's just gonna be a 1-0 win. Now this is the big game, right? I mean, Germany, their team right now is crazy, right? They got Wirtz, they got who's they got like Nabri, Voltamata, right? They have players that can score goals. Um, Havertz scored a goal in the UCL final, like this is gonna be the deciding game for me, as to who finishes first. I want to be biased just because I'm a Latino and I want to see Ecuador finish first. I just don't think that's going to happen. I think Germany in this group realistically could finish with three wins out of three games, 3 wins out of 3 games. Just because I'm a little biased, I'm gonna say it's gonna be a draw. Um, but leave it in there that yeah, they Germany could win all 3 games. And then here they're fighting for last place. They're fighting for third place. I'll 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 just say Ivory Coast wins 1-0. Sorry, Curacao, but hey, your kids are fire. Your kids are so fire. But I think I think you're gonna finish last. Um, That's my Group B predictions. Germany, Ecuador finish equal on points, but Germany takes first just on goal difference, and then Ivory Coast takes third place. All right, Group F. How many groups are there? Holy smokes! I might have to start. I'm gonna have to start throwing out like wild predictions. All right, Netherlands, Japan, Sweden, Tunisia. Netherlands, Japan. I mean, I think this is a lot closer than what people might expect it to be. I'm gonna chalk it up as a 2-2 draw. Whoops, not that one. There we go. 2-2 draw. Sweden, Tunisia. I think Sweden are just like they have too much up front. I don't think Tunisia is gonna have enough manpower to stop Sweden from moving forward. Japan, Sweden, kind of same thing here. I think Japan as a team are better than Sweden, but I think just like going forward, Sweden's just gonna like put belt to ass on them. Um, I think it's gonna be a 1-0 win, just because I think defensively Japan's will hold strong. I just think there's gonna be one instance where Sweden like who are we thinking like Isak. Um, I thought Ndoye played for the Swedish team. I want to see who actually. I know they have a really good winger that I can't remember of right now. Okay, let me see. Oh, Elanga, yeah, frick, I forgot about that guy. Yeah, I think going forward, Sweden are just gonna beat. I think they're gonna beat Japan. Damn, but Japan are ranked a little higher than them. Why is that? That's interesting. I know Maeda's been going crazy for Celtic, but same thing with Ueda. Yeah. I still think even seeing those the World Cup rankings, I think Sweden's gonna win. Against Japan. Um, all right, now Netherlands, Tunisia. Right, we're not gonna think a lot about this one. I think it's Netherlands win 2-0 here. Tunisia, Japan, kind of same thing. I think Tunisia just aren't to the level or the standard of what most of these World Cup teams are, and I think they're gonna crash out of the tournament. Same thing with Curacao and who was it? Haiti and Qatar. Jesus, I have so and South Africa. Oh my God! Now that I'm looking at some of these predictions, they are kind of crazy. But all right, yeah. So I think Japan win that 2-0. It's interesting that they have Sweden and Japan ranked pretty similarly in the World Cup rankings. When I think Sweden are a much better team, um, but that's neither here nor there. Here, I think Sweden scrape a 1-1 draw. So that leaves. Oh shit! What the fuck did I do here? Oh, it's because I had Sweden beating Japan. This could be the game then that decides the group. Because if I leave this as a draw, that puts Netherlands. Oh, dude, that would be so sick, actually. If all three of these teams finished on five, oh fuck. Oh man, honestly, I could see a world where I mean, I kind of said it previously, right? Where like it just takes one instance. It's just one goal. That's all it is. Where that could finish 1-1. Yeah, I had Sweden on top. That's crazy work for me. Yeah, there's no way. Yeah, honestly, you know what? I'll leave it like this. I kind of like this. I think this is the group where all three of them come out, or any two out of the three will come out. So you know what? I'm gonna leave it like this. Yeah, I think this here is a very big possibility. I think Japan could be a dark horse in this tournament. Um, Sweden still are really good. I personally think that all three of these teams will make it out of the group stage. But I guess yeah, that's where we'll leave it at that. Group G: Belgium, Iran, Egypt, New Zealand. All right, Belgium. This is their chance to get all 3 points, right? We're not gonna think about this. I think they're gonna beat Egypt 2-0. Um, Historically, Belgium have been a powerful nation. Egypt do have a good front line, whereas Belgium doesn't right now, realistically. Besides, like Doku, I still think Belgium's gonna win that. Iran, New Zealand. I mean, I'm gonna toss this up as a 1-1. Uh, Not really think about it that much. It could be either or. Um, Belgium, Iran. I think same thing. I think it's gonna be a 2-0 win here. Um, Egypt, New Zealand. I think this is where Egypt might get their first win. Um, I do think they're a little bit quality wise, a little bit better than New Zealand. New Zealand, Belgium. I'm sorry, New Zealand. I don't think you're winning this. I think you'll put up a fight because they have to this game. If they don't, I mean, it's pretty much over. Uh, so I think it'd just be a 1-0 win. And then Egypt, Iran, I think is going to finish as a draw. So as it stands, this is how I have the groups coming out. Belgium, um, 3 out of 3. Egypt coming out in second with 4 points, and then Iran finishing third, and New Zealand finishing last. Yeah, I'm pretty happy with that. All right, Group H. I think here's where it's going to be the toughest fight for third place. Um, but let's get right into it. Let's Spain, Cape Verde, right? Wait, Cape Verde, right? Sorry. Spain's gonna win. It's gonna be. I'm gonna say it's a 3-0 win. Spain right now are on fire. I mean, they're one of the favorites to win this tournament. Uruguay, Saudi Arabia. I think Uruguay's gonna win. I don't think it's gonna be too crazy of a win. I think it's gonna be just a 1-0 win, nothing crazy. Spain, Saudi Arabia, another. I think there's gonna be another. I think it might be another 3-0, like realistically. Um, Uruguay, Cape Verde. Uh, I'm gonna say same thing, 1-0. This is the big game. Um, I mean, look, Saudi Arabia put on a great show last World Cup. Or was it Qatar? It would have been Qatar. Or who beat? No, Saudi Arabia beat Argentina to finish their. Yeah, that's right. I think that's what it was. But either way, I think Saudi Arabia might win this. Who's ranked higher? I'm gonna, oh, I think it's. I mean, it's pretty close. I still think Saudi Arabia will win it though. Um, well, no, and then here, this is gonna be a tough game. Uh, Uruguay defensively are pretty good. They just don't have they just don't have the forward line to really put like a dent into Spain's back line. So I think Spain's gonna win this 1-0. And this is how I have the the group coming out as. Spain on top with 9 points, Uruguay with 6, Saudi Arabia on 3, and then Cape Verde finishing last. So that's my Group H. Group I: France, Senegal, Norway, Iraq. I mean, this should be another 3 game win for another big nation. France, I mean, their attack is crazy. So 3-0 Senegal. I don't even think that's much of a prediction. I think that's just what's gonna happen. Iraq, Norway. I think Norway's gonna win 2-0. Um, right, we're not getting into details there. I mean, Holland. They have the striker for Atletico de Madrid. What's his name? Sorloth. Yeah, I think there's going to be a comfortable 2-0 win. Norway, Senegal. This is where it could get dicey. I think Norway are going to draw this game. Um, France, Iraq, right? I think it's going to be another 2-0. Let's see. Senegal, Iraq. I think Senegal win 1-0. I want to say. And then Norway, France. All right, this is where Norway need to show out because they need a point out of this. I mean, as long as they don't lose more than 2 goals, they'll finish second. I think this might be like 3-1 Norway. Yeah, I think that might be 3-1. I think France personally for me are the favorites to win this World Cup. That's who I mean, I won't get into who I think's going to win until we actually get there, but I mean, I'm not gonna sugarcoat anything, right? It's it's France, England, Spain. Those three are like the only ones that I can see winning the World Cup. This is how but yeah. Anyways, not to get ahead of myself. This is how I have the Group I finishing: France on top with 9, Norway, Senegal finishing tied for second on 4 points, but Norway's edging it out just because they have a better goal difference. Senegal finishing third, and then Iraq finishing last. All right, now my Group J: um, Argentina, Austria, Algeria, and Jordan. Argentina. I mean, I have heard a lot of people saying that they could go back to back World Cups. I don't think they will. I think the unity within the team is just as strong as it was 4 years ago. I mean, like, look at the team. They literally have the same exact team outside of 2 changes. I think they swapped out Tagliafico and Di Maria were the only ones that they swapped out. So I mean, they have the same team. It's literally the same team. So if they wanted once with that team, they could win it again. Now I think they are a little older. I don't think they have the legs for it. As far as the group goes, I think it's gonna be. I think they're gonna smoke this group too. Um, Not crazy. I think it's gonna be 2-0 against Algeria. Algeria are a good team. Um, Personally, I that's who I have coming out of this group. Um, Austria, Jordan. I think Austria's going to win that 1-0. Argentina, Austria. I think they're going to win 2-1. Jordan, Algeria. I think, like I said, I think Algeria is going to come out of this group. So I'm going to throw the 2-0 there. This is the big game here. This is the deciding factor. I think Algeria are the ones that do come out of this group in second place. So I'm going to chalk it up as a 1-0 win for Algeria. And this last game doesn't really matter much for Jordan, unfortunately. It matters a lot for Argentina just to really go into this tournament with as much momentum as as they can have. So I think they're gonna beat Jordan 2-0 here. Um, this I think is a little bit of a more safer group. Austria, like I said, I mean, it's a toss up on whether or not they come out of the group or not. I personally, Algeria comes out of the group. I don't know if it's bias. I kind of like Algeria a little bit. Um, but yeah, this is how I have the Group J finishing. Argentina on top with 9 points, Algeria finishing second on six, and then Austria finishing on third, and Jordan finishing last. All right, Group K: Portugal, Colombia, Congo, and Uzbekistan. Um, another nation that needs to come out of this group with as much momentum as they can. Portugal are going to be DR Congo, 2-0. I don't think that's too crazy of a prediction. Kind of same rolling into this Colombia game. I think Colombia, they are an exciting team. I've always liked Colombia because of James Rodriguez, Freddy Guarin. Um, you think of like Zuniga, the left back for Napoli. Um, yeah, so I've always liked this team. They've had individual plays that I've personally enjoyed watching. Andres Guarda or no, fucking Cuadrado, the right back for Juventus for God knows how long. So yeah, I think they win against Uzbekistan 2-0. Um, Rolling into this Colombia versus DR Congo, I think it's gonna be a little bit closer, but I still think they do win 2-0 there. Portugal, Uzbekistan, right? I Let's be real. It's gonna be another one. It's gonna be a win for Portugal. Um, Here, I don't really have much like knowledge on either of the nations. Um, just because I've seen he plays for Betis. What's his name? What's the forward for Congo's name? Plays for Betis. Where is he? Oh, Bakambu. Yeah. Um, what? Wisa? When did Wisa switch to? Oh, I didn't know. I didn't know he did that. Sadiki, yo, hold on. This Congo team's actually kind of a little stacked. Wan-Bissaka, I mean, he's still a good fullback, but nothing crazy. Twanzebe, yeah, that's right. Yeah. Um, Damn, I still don't think they're better than Colombia, but that that Wisa, I didn't. What? When did he switch? Yeah, sorry, so that was a little shock. Yeah, all right. So I think Uzbekistan is not going to win that. I think Congo's going to take that. And then Colombia, Portugal. I don't think Portugal beat Colombia here, but I also don't think they lose against Colombia here. So I'm gonna chalk it up as a 1-1 draw. And with that being said, that leaves Portugal in first, tied with Colombia on goal difference in second, but based off of which game do they base that off of? I believe it's this one. Or head to head, or who scored more goals. Yeah, I'm gonna leave it at that. I think this is how it's gonna play out with them finishing first and second respectively. DR Congo finishing third, and then Uzbekistan finishing last. So that's my group K. Group L. All right, so this is the last group. So this is where we have England, Croatia, Panama, and Ghana. England, Croatia, they've historically played each other quite a bit. Um, I think England are going to win this 1-0. Ghana, Panama could be a close game. I'm going to be a little bit biased here just because I can. It's my video. I don't care. It's my prediction. I don't care what you guys say. I think Panama is going to win 1-0. England, Ghana, I mean, I think England's going to beat them, right? It won't be crazy. 2-0 win, I think, is a pretty respectable scoreline. Croatia, Panama, I'm going to chalk this up as a draw, 1-1 draw. Most people realistically are going to say, right, Croatia's going to beat Panama, but right, I'm going to be a little biased, nothing crazy. Uh, Panama, England, I can't be biased here. I think England's going to win. And then Ghana, Croatia, I think Croatia's going to win 1-0. So, This is how it leaves my group L. England on top with 9 points. Croatia second on 4 points, and then Panama third with 4 points, and then Ghana finishing last. Now that is the last group. Now, for most of you probably don't know. Maybe you don't follow the World Cup as much, but they changed the format to now having 32 teams advance into the quote unquote knockout stages. So that leaves room for 8 more teams to qualify, and those are the best third place finishing teams in the group stage that qualify. So these are the 8 teams that, based off of my predictions, are going to qualify for the round of 32. Sweden, Bosnia, Panama, Senegal, Scotland, Austria, the Ivory Coast, and DR Congo. The ones that I have missing out are Saudi Arabia, the Czech Republic, which is crazy that I have them crashing out of this tournament. Iran and Paraguay. Personally, I do think a bigger nation group team is going to crash out. I have them as Czechia. It could be anybody, right? It could be Scotland. It could be Sweden. It could be Senegal, right? It could be any of those teams, right? But yeah, let's continue to the knockouts. So, round of 32, like I said, Germany, Scotland. Germany's going to take this. I think it's going to be a 1-0, 2-0 win to Germany. I think Scotland is going to put up a good fight, but not enough to stop just the overall quality of the German national team. Uh, Same thing here. France, Sweden. I think the firing power on the Swedish team is good enough to get a goal against France. I don't think it's enough to get past the 3 goals that they're going to score on the Swedish team. Um, Moving on, South Korea, Canada. This could be the match where Canada pulls through and advances into the round of 16. Um, I don't think it is though. I think they're gonna finish 1-1. And wait, it won't let me do the. It won't let me do like penalties. Oh, I didn't realize that. I think South Korea is gonna advance on penalties. Is basically what I'm trying to say. All right, Netherlands, Morocco. This is also gonna be a big game. Wow, I'm looking at these matchups. These are kind of fucking crazy. These are all really crazy. All right, so Netherlands, Morocco. I think the Dutch are gonna win. I don't think people. I don't think people realize like how good this Morocco team is. I don't think they come out of this match though. As far as how I have it built right now. Colombia, Croatia. I'm gonna be biased here again. I think Colombia's gonna win this. I think it's gonna be 2-0. The Croatian team is good, but like I said, I'm just gonna be a little biased just because I can. Um, Realistically, Croatia might be the ones that advance here. In this scenario, I'm not gonna be biased. I think Spain's gonna beat Algeria 3-0. And right, Algeria, respect for getting here to this point, but dude, if they play Spain, that's not going to be good. I mean, any team playing Spain up until like the quarterfinals is not going to be good. Um, USA Bosnia. I mean, this is tough, right? Because USA are ranked what 16th. What are they? Where are they? Yeah, 16th, and Bosnia's ranked. Where's Bosnia? 60th. Jesus, really? That's just because of the CONCACAF, though. I think Bosnia. Fuck, I think the U.S. might win this low key. You know what? I will give it to the U.S. I'll give them a 1-0 win here. Belgium, Senegal, same thing. I think Belgium are gonna win. I'll give them a 2-0 win. I'll give them a 2-1. I think Senegal put one past them, but I don't think they're gonna put two past them. There's no way. Brazil, Japan, fucking crazy matchup that I got going on here. Holy shit. Um, Brazil's gonna win. I think Japan's gonna put up a really good fight though, so I'm gonna call this a 3-2 to Brazil. Ecuador, Norway. Ah man. So it's Norway's attack versus Ecuador's defense, basically. And I think attack wins games. I think it just does. And I think it's just gonna be a 1-0 to Norway. Ecuador, I love you, man, but we have Eder Valencia playing up top and Plato playing up I just don't think they're good enough to score a goal against Norway. Mexico, Ivory Coast. I mean, here I think we do get to our quote unquote quinto partido. I don't know about most other people, but I don't think I'm gonna count it as a quinto partido just because I feel like this round of 32 is a little bit of a cop out. That's just me personally. I kind of liked the round of six going straight into the round of 16, just because it puts more pressure on group stage matches, rather than maybe getting lucky in the group stage and then maybe getting lucky in the round of 32 and then making it to the round of 16. Like, you see what I'm trying to say? I think Mexico are gonna win here 1-0. Now England versus the DR Congo. Um, yeah. Sorry, Congo. I don't think it's being a good matchup for you. Argentina, Uruguay. Now this is gonna be a good matchup. Um, I think Argentina are ranked eighth. Argentina or second. Oh yeah, that's right. They're finished. They're ranked second. Uruguay ranked 12. Argentina. I mean, dude, I think it's gonna be hard to bring up that Argentina team. Um, so I think it's gonna be like a 2-1 win to Argentina. Um, this could go either way though. I definitely do see a world where Uruguay could beat Argentina. Just for like argument's sake, I don't think they are though. All right, Turkey, Egypt. This could be a big chance for Egypt to advance to the round of 16. I definitely do think they're gonna score one goal, but I think Turkey's gonna outperform them and score two. That Turkey team is a little scarier than the Egypt team, and personally, I just feel like they have more quality, um, not just going forward, but in going back and defending as well. Switzerland, Austria. I think Switzerland's gonna win this 2-0. And then Portugal, Panama. I'm sorry, Panama. I kinda was a little bit of bias towards you to get here. I think Portugal is gonna beat you. Let's call it a safe 2-0. All right, now the round of 16. Germany, France. Oh fuck! I have some wild matchups here. Holy shit! Oh my god, dude! Dude, once this World Cup is done, and I go back and watch this, oh my god! If I got any of these right, this is gonna be insane. Um, I think France are gonna win this 2-1 though. Oh my god! Look at these matchups. The Dutch versus South Korea. Same thing here. I think this is gonna be the show of force. I think Netherlands are gonna comfortably win 2-0. Colombia, Spain. I don't think Colombia come out of this one. I think they're gonna lose 2-0 to Spain. United States, Belgium. United States are not coming out of this. I mean, I don't think they have a good enough team. Yeah, that's not. It's not gonna be good. Um, I'll chalk it up as a 3-1, but that could realistically be like a 3-0 kind of game. Brazil Norway, I think it's gonna be a little closer than what some people may think. Um, but I still have Brazil finishing finishing more than Norway. I still think they will get a goal. I think the Norway's team forwards, specifically Holland specifically, is good enough to put one past the Brazil team. I just don't think they will upset them. Now Mexico, England. Come on, guys. Can you blame me? Can you blame me? Can you blame me if I do this, bro? Oh, Mexico, 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 Mexico. This outside of the 24 or no, the 2018 World Cup, me personally, this is the one where we have a chance to make it to that quinto partido. We have such a good chance. Raúl Jimenez is coming off a okay season with Fulham. Um, Gonzalez, the striker for Laurinha Gonzalez, is coming off a fantastic season for Chivas. Vega is coming off a great season with Toluca. Um, Reyes, Montes, uh, man, oh man, but this English team. Now, to be fair, England didn't take some key players that they missed out on. I'm not too sure why. I don't know what the whole. I think it's Tuchel, the manager for England. I'm not sure what is happening there. Um, don't quote me on that. I can't remember who the England manager is. I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna say it. I think this is gonna be my biggest shout of the tournament. I think Mexico are gonna beat England, and this is the World Cup on home soil where we get our real quinto partido to me, and I think we're gonna beat them 2-1. I I just have a feeling. I want this Mexico team to play, to perform. And to make that fucking quinto partido, dude, you don't understand. You guys do not understand how happy I would be if they did it. All right, moving on. Argentina versus Turkey. I think Argentina are gonna win. I think it'll be close. I think it'll be a tough 2-0 for Argentina. It's not gonna be comfortable. Oh my God! I just realized what the fuck kind of matchup I have going on here. Oh my God! I think okay. So before I get into that, I think Portugal's gonna win 1-0 here. I think it's gonna be close. Fuck! Look at that matchup. Look at those bottom two matchups, bro. What the fuck? All right, let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Oh, France, Netherlands. Fuck. I think this could be. I think this could be a 1-1 with France moving on in penalties. Um, oh my God, look at that matchup. Spain, Belgium. Fuck, Spain. Oh man, I just think Spain's gonna win. I think Spain is gonna win this game. And honestly, I think they're gonna win it comfortably. I think it's gonna be a 2-0 win to Spain. All right, now, oh man, Brazil, Mexico. Ah, Mexico, Mexico, I love you. I love you so much. I love and hate you so much. You're like a toxic ex. Oh, fuck. Oh, man, I want you to win this game so bad. I want you to win this game so bad. I think we'll put up 2 goals. I think Brazil's gonna put up 2 goals. Whoops. How do I switch that? All right, so I'm gonna see it for the video. I think it's gonna be a 2-2 draw, but I think Mexico don't have enough legs in them to beat Brazil. So I'm gonna put Brazil. beating Mexico on penalties. It doesn't let me do it on here. I'm not too sure. Oh, there we go. So I'm gonna have Brazil beating Mexico on penalties. Um, oh fuck, that would be so good. That'd be such. I'd be so happy. I'd be so happy to see that happen. Um, Now this Argentina Portugal game. What the fuck? What the fuck did I just do? I swear I did not try to cook that up at all. Um, Fuck, how did that even happen? All right, so I think so look, Argentina as an overall team, I think are better. They have more unity. I think at times Portugal crack a little bit, um, because Ronaldo wants to is that like predominant figure of the dressing room. Now, a lot of times is that good? Yes. World Cup scenarios, in especially in these scenarios, can be a little toxic. I still, even with that being said, I still think Portugal are going to win here. I think they're going to win. I think they're going to win 2-1. Portugal's midfield is just fucking insane, guys. Like, can we just stop for a second and internalize this fucking Portuguese midfield? Vitinha, Bruno Fernandes, João Neves, um, Paulinho, who could right be is still a really good defensive midfielder. Um, then you got their back line, Ruben Diaz, Nuno Mendes, fucking who are they gonna play as who are they gonna play? They're probably gonna play yeah, Gonçalo Inacio, João Cancelo. Like, dude, this defense, midfield, forward line is just insane. I wish they would have taken Paulinho, the striker for Toluca, in vez de like maybe Gonzalo Ramos. Just because I feel like Gonzalo Ramos wasn't like crazy good, like that's just me speaking. Um, but yeah, that Portugal team I think is gonna take it. I think they're just gonna outmuscle the or the Argentinians. Now this is gonna be crazy. Oh man, this is gonna be so crazy. Dude, this is gonna be such an emotional World Cup for me. It as well if this is how it is like drawn up and finishes. Um, France Spain. Oh, France Spain. This is gonna be a big game. This could be a World Cup final in of itself, right? Uh, France's forward line, France front to back on paper are fucking stacked, bro. Their second team could make it to the World Cup final. Their third team could probably make it to the World Cup final. Like these fucking French people fucking piss me off, but I love them so much. And then Spain, they just have so much quality as well. Pedri, Lamine Yamal, Ferran Torres, um, Joan Garcia. Like, man, like this is gonna be such a good game. Um, I'm gonna chalk it up as I'm gonna say I think it'll be 3-3. Penalties, same thing. France just in the what was it, the qualifiers? France just beat Netherlands on penalties. They're coming off a game on penalties. I think they're gonna beat Spain on penalties again. Um, so yeah, I have France finishing. Uh, oh wait. Yeah, that's third person. Yeah, so I have France finishing in the World Cup final, and then Brazil Portugal. I mean, guys. I mean, how more emotional can this Portugal run like be? They just beat Argentina, who has Messi, who's it's gonna be his last World Cup. It's it's Ronaldo's last World Cup. He's 41. They're coming up against Brazil. It is Neymar's last World Cup. Like, bro, what are we talking? They knocked out they knocked out Mexico, right? No, Brazil knocked out Mexico. Whoops, never mind. But anyways, yeah, it's in this run, it's three players' last World Cups, and one of the runs, Brazil beat Mexico to finish Ochoa's last run. Like what are we talking about, bro? Like dude, this is gonna be such a good World Cup. I just wanted to play out like this so bad. Um, look, dude, I Neymar has been like such a good inspiration for like I think he grew football so much, but people don't realize how big Neymar really is. Um, I wish they would have taken João Pedro, right? Uh, he finished with 20 goals in the Premier League. Crazy that they didn't take him, but whatever. They have Igor Thiago, who had a crazy season for Brentford, like crazy season for Brentford. Their back line is crazy. Marquinhos. I mean, both of these teams are gonna. It's gonna be nuts. This is gonna be. Fuck, man. This is gonna be such a good World Cup. Man, I don't think Portugal can do it though. I just for real do not think they can. And I think it's gonna be I think it's gonna be 3-2 Brazil in the final. Oh fuck, that hurts me to say though. That hurts me so bad to say. Fuck, man. Oh, Portugal, Ronaldo, why? Why? Why couldn't you guys take Paulinho with you? I think he would have been such a great asset. I know he's older. He's like, what, 29 or 30. I don't give a fuck, bro. Fuck, fuck. Oh my God, no. All right. Third place match. They're kind of fighting for whatever at this point. I think Spain's gonna beat Portugal 2-0. And France, Brazil. Man, this French team. Can Mbappe, Dembele, Doué, every every fucking player on this team beat Brazil. Fuck, dude. I mean, realistically, Mbappe only has one more chance after this. Same thing with Dembele. No, I think Dembele's like no, Dembele's still pretty young. I think he's like 26. Um, well, so is Mbappe. Honestly, he's like 27, I think. But I don't know. I don't think so. I think Brazil's gonna win this final. I think Brazil's gonna win this final. And it doesn't sound crazy saying that, you know? Like, yeah, France probably our favorites. Let's see the rankings right now. Oh, it's on here, right? So Argentina second, France at third. No, maybe this isn't too crazy of a shout. Where's Brazil? Oh, Brazil's eighth. Who's first? What the fuck? Yo, wait, who's? Oh, Spain. Oh yeah, shit. Fuck, my bad. Forgot about them. Damn, really? They aren't big fans of Brazil, huh? Um, no, I know they're eighth ranked, right? Fuck. It's just that Brazil's forward line. That's the only thing that kind of like is a little concerning for me. Their wingbacks are their fullbacks are a little rough too. France just have so much quality. Look, if you guys want me to be realistic, right? realistically, France win this, right? I mean, like I previously mentioned, back to front, they just have way too much quality to be even like to realistically to even be considering this, right? They like this France team is just so fucking good, man. Um, kind of unlucky on Spain's part. They could I definitely could see them playing France in the final. Um, like, but that would we would have to play around with the brackets to have to fucking fix that out. Then have yeah, I'm not doing that. Um, here, realistically, France are gonna win this, right? They're just so much better. They just are so much better. But emotionally and for the story, because because I loved watching Neymar play when I was growing up. I'm gonna say I'm gonna say Brazil win this 2-1, and I'm gonna have Brazil winning the FIFA 2026 World Cup. Oh fuck! Look, dude, that looks so amazing. Look at that. Like, doesn't that look crazy? Come on, bro. Like they can do it. Like please, you actually can. You actually have a chance. Oh fuck! And I don't even think it's that crazy of a shout. I think it'll be close. I mean, let's look at it realistically, right? Without having like the like oh fuck, without having like that fairy tale ending. France are probably gonna win. Spain are probably gonna finish second. Brazil's probably gonna be in a tie for third or fourth. Um, but no, dude, I'm gonna say right here, I think Brazil are gonna win. I think they're gonna beat France in the final. And this is just me speaking emotionally. Obviously, like me, mental me is right. France are gonna win, but me emotionally speaking, Brazil's gonna win 2-1. Neymar's gonna lift the World Cup. He's gonna have the 100% Jesus band across his forehead. He's gonna have the Brazil flag around his waist. I'm gonna be ta 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 ta. Right, bro. Like, just imagine that happening, bro. Fuck, that'd be so cool. And happening in the U.S. too. Oh my God, that would be insane. So that's what I have in my predictions. If you guys want to give this a shot, I really enjoyed it. You know, you can kind of play around with it with your friends and your family. You know, maybe argue, put it on the big screen, argue a little bit about who's gonna win, who's gonna like the matches, who's gonna win, who's not gonna win, who's gonna score, blah blah blah. I definitely think this is very interactive. It's really fun. It's one of the better sites. I didn't use any of the other sites personally. This one just kind of stood out to me a little more, just because you could do scoreline predictions. But yeah, on a final note, guys, I I have Brazil winning the World Cup. I would be so happy to see them win the World Cup. I definitely think Neymar deserves some sort of like Nash worldwide accolade, and that being the World Cup. Um, what are they gonna win it? Probably not, but hey, that's the nice thing about the World Cup is that realistically, any of the top probably like 12 to 10 nations could win the World Cup on any given day. Um, so yeah, guys, I hope you guys enjoyed the like I said, it was like a little bit over an hour. So it wasn't like necessarily a short stream. Usually I'm streaming for like 2 to 3 hours. Um, but yeah, guys, I hope you guys enjoyed my predictions. And if you want to dispute any of the predictions that I made in this live stream, make sure to drop a comment down below. Um, I'll make sure to monitor the comments to see like, oh, who's arguing with me, who's saying that France are gonna win or Spain are gonna win or Mexico are gonna win. Imagínate que estos güeyes se ganan la mundial, bro. No mames. But anyways, guys, yeah, I'm gonna leave it there. I appreciate you guys watching the stream, and if you guys like the stream, feel free to like, comment, and subscribe. I do try to stream pretty often. With me starting this new job and starting going back to school, I streams are might slow down a little bit. I'll try to, like I said, still keep it to like two streams a week. Um, but yeah, guys, hope you guys enjoyed the stream, and that's it for me. So I will see you guys later. Peace.